Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, December 6, 2022. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw, broadcast live last night on the USA Network from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. The show featured two women's triple threat matches, with the winners of both advancing to face each other on next week's Raw to determine the number one contender to Bianca Belair's Raw Women's Championship. The first of these featured Bayley emerging victorious against Asuka and Rhea Ripley, while the second triple threat, which closed the show, had Alexa Bliss winning against Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross, with Io Sky and Dakota Kai interfering to prevent Lynch from winning by powerbombing her through the announce table.
They went straight for Becky Lynch. You have to imagine that they're doing the bidding of Bayley.
Doing serious damage to Becky Lynch. Oh, damage controls Dakota Kai and Io Sky.
Man fighting with every fiber in her being, but the numbers game could be too much. Look out!
Becky Lynch, oh, through the announce desk.
A power bomb that would make Lynch's old man happy.
Meanwhile, back inside the ring, Alexa Bliss. Is this her night? She's got it. She's got it. Here is your winner, Alexa Bliss.
In the opening match, the Usos successfully defended their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against the team of Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens. Owens was a surprise replacement for Riddle's original partner, Elias, who had been taken out in a pre-taped attack from Solo Sikoa. Owens chased off the Usos and Sami Zayn after the match, leaving Riddle to be attacked by Sikoa.
Here's Kevin Owens. Here's to Jimmy.
KO with the equalizer, running off the champions.
KO's not backing down from anybody. Up the ramp he goes.
Owens like a man possessed, swinging for anything that moves. Oh, but wait a second.
It's the Enforcer.
Solo Sikoa now, doing the dirty work of the bloodline.
KO nowhere to be seen, and Solo's doing some serious damage on Riddle.
Austin Theory successfully defended the United States title against Mustafa Ali when Ali was disqualified due to outside interference from Dolph Ziggler, who came down to ringside and superkicked Theory. Ziggler and Ali had angry words after the match, allowing Theory to jump both from behind. In other results, Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley got into a brawl during an interview segment ahead of their match next week for the number one contendership to the U.S. title. AJ Styles and the OC beat Alpha Academy and Baron Corbin, and Dominic Mysterio pinned Akira Tozawa. In ratings news, WWE SmackDown experienced a significant but expected drop in viewership last Friday night, airing on FS1 due to the Pac-12 College Football Championship game airing on Fox Network. The episode drew an audience of 902,000, 58.35% down from the previous week's episode, according to Showbuzz Daily. The rating in the key 18 to 49 demographic was .25, down from the previous week's .54 rating, according to WrestleNomics. SmackDown came in at number 5 for the evening in the key demo on cable TV. The viewership was higher than SmackDown's last airing on FS1 on October 28th, when it drew 835,000 viewers. The football game that aired on Fox Friday night drew an audience nearly 3 times the size of SmackDown's average audience in the same time slot. AEW Rampage, airing later in the evening on TNT, drew the lowest overall audience and the lowest rating in the key demographic in the nearly 16 months that the show has been on the air. The taped episode was watched by an average of 361,000 viewers, down 12.16% from the previous week's episode, according to Showbuzz Daily. In the key demo, the rating was .08, translating to 104,000 viewers in the 18 to 49-year-old age range, and down 27.27% from the week before, according to WrestleNomics. In AEW news, tomorrow night's Dynamite taping at the HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas, had a total of 2,993 tickets distributed as of Sunday, according to a WrestleTix report. That leaves 541 tickets still available in the current 3,534-person capacity setup. AEW drew 4,327 people into the same building for its previous Dynamite taping there last March. A story we're currently monitoring on WWE Hall of Famer Barry Windham, the former member of the Four Horsemen and NWA World Champion, suffered a massive heart attack Friday evening while at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, according to the GoFundMe that was posted by his niece Mika Rotundo, sister of Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. Windham, who's 62 years old, underwent an emergency surgical procedure and was being monitored in intensive care as of yesterday. His niece described his prognosis as uncertain. The second-generation wrestler suffered a previous heart attack in 2011. He last wrestled in 2010. Often ranked as one of the greatest performers of the 1980s, Windham was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2012 as one of the Four Horsemen. We will keep you informed as his situation develops. In streaming news, the title and release date for the new Ric Flair documentary from Peacock were revealed in the new trailer for the film, which was posted last night to Twitter by Flair himself. Wu Becoming Ric Flair will debut on Peacock on December 26. Among those interviewed for the documentary were Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The documentary is produced by WWE along with Fox Sports reporter Tom Rinaldi. WWE had not officially announced the news as of last night, but the WWE Twitter account did retweet Flair's original announcement. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.